So let's see. This concerns herself here. She's a 64-year-old female, 5'7" now. Hello, Dr. Morse. I was recently diagnosed with heart failure. Okay. For years, I managed DM with diet. Excuse me. I used artificial sweeteners a lot. Oh, yeah, they got some nasty chemicals. Oh, my God. Talk about Accutane. They got some nasty chemicals in artificial sweeteners. I found out the erythritol or whatever caused heart problems. If I owned a pharmaceutical company and I knew one of my formulas killed or hurt anybody, I'd be sick to my stomach. I couldn't do it. If I even knew my herbal formulas would hurt anybody. That's why I seek to make them the best I can make them. So, damage can always be repaired. But the word, and we use the word detoxification, but I like to use the word hydration, proper hydration, and start getting that lymphatic system fluid again and moving again. And that'll pull that out of your heart, but it'll also start strengthening. I would definitely get a heart formula. A good heart formula. Oh, yeah, I love it. And yes, I have a heart formula on the way. I stopped when I found out, but I was too late. See, and that's the problem. I'm hoping Kennedy will come and make some ethics in pharmaceutical worlds. You mentioned and you guys are probably not going to, some of you will love it, but sometimes we have to go through some tough times to get to the better times. And man is going to have to wake up to some of the corruption and stuff that's been going on in our healthcare field. And some people are not going to take it good. Too bad. You mentioned in your video the lymphatic system. How do you help the lymphatic system to improve cardiovascular? I've got a heart here, right? Now I've got a heart here. What is the heart? It's a 4-valve with a 2-gate system, right? That's all it is. It's supposedly they call it a pump. Your pressure doesn't come from there. But you could say that's a valve and gate system, right? So what's your heart made of? Oh, a bunch of cells. Same thing your lungs are made of. Oh, wait a minute. Same thing as your skin, the same thing as your eyeballs, the same thing as your testicles. Same thing as your fingernails. Oh, wait a minute. Same thing as my ears and my hair. Oh, that's hard. So your heart's made of cells, right? All individuals, all come through the God world as an individual, right? So they have individual functions to do. So what does each cell require? I don't care if it's in your heart. I don't care if it's in your brain. I don't care if it's in the tip of your nose. What are the 2 things that are essential to the wellness of anything? The proper ingestion of energy or nutrition or whatever word you want to use it, your kitchen. And what's the other most important thing you've got to consider? The elimination of waste by the cells of your heart. And when you say congestive, what are you talking about? The blood? No, this is the lymphatic system. And you can see it in your eyes. And you can see the lymph in congestive heart patients. You can see the lymph in the heart. And many of you, I make note in your iris analysis, get your lymph moving. You got it backed up in your heart. That's why I call it the lymphatic system. If you don't go after that, how do you rebuild your cells in your heart? See, that's what you have to understand is that you have a chemistry sitting there breaking down the cells of your heart. What chemistry is it? Ask yourself some of these questions. And it's not going to be on the alkaline side of chemistry. This is your lymphatic system, and you got to get it moving, and that's what you have to understand. Well, good luck trying to get information on the lymphatic system. I hope to say we're the premier spot for it, but, I don't know. You say exercise? All right, so let's look at the difference between medical things. I'll go out and exercise, build your cardiovascular strength. Really? Well, what happens when you start exercising? You start increasing your kinetic energy, right? Breathing, heart functions, cell functions, all functions. So you're increasing the demand for the need of energy, right? So I can sit here, work my muscle, but in doing that, I'm building, but I'm also creating waste. What kind of waste do I create when I move my muscle? Lactic acid, but I have you know that all cells are increasing their function, so you've got boratic, you've got all kinds of acids, carbonics, you've got phosphorics, you've got all kinds of acids created through all kinds of activities, kinetic work of the body. How do you get rid of them? This will be some of your questions. Blood is always alkaline. Blood will never hurt you unless you don't get it to you. So then what's hurting you? Your bodies. And that's your sewer system. That's why I say the lymphatic system. You go out and you start exercising and pumping that hard and you have a weak heart, you're going to do yourself the worst injustice. You can't strengthen tissue when you're agglomerated lymphatically. You can't rebuild cells or strengthen tissue in an acidic medium. Study chemistry. Look at what acids do. And ask yourself, can I rebuild my body in an acid medium? Not on your life. That's a corrosive medium. That's the first thing chemistry tells you, that acids are corrosive. So then your next question, where does acids come from? You can lead you down that road to all our videos that I've made all these years, teaching you exactly why it's a lymphatic system. There's nothing else around. Hello, tear the body apart. I've taught, like Patty, I've taught the body for years and years. Patty, 25 years. I've been teaching 53 years. Oh, she's a registered nurse. Yeah. I love registered nurses if they have a good attitude, because they're perfect for this field. I tell all you nurses that. You guys are just a perfect fit for this field because you have had some education, especially if you're an RN. You've had at least 2 years. LPNs have 1 year. But you get enough, and just a lot of you are compassionate. You just want to help people, and just your focus. And then you also learn a little IV therapy and, your blood pressures and stuff like that. All that stuff's all fun and good to know, right? And some of your nurses, if you've had the advanced life support, it's amazing. Some of your medical doctors have never had the advanced life support. It can be that rough. I've had it, yeah. Yeah, you got to know how to intubate someone, and all of that. What meds to use in a code, all of that, absolutely. But that's fun stuff for me. I always like learning. I don't care what field it is. I like learning. See what else to do. How I can relate it, how I can help put it in its right place. Okay. I am a registered nurse. Avoided medication until I was 63. You did good, honey. And now 64 on a lot of medications. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. I'm 74, almost 75, and on none. I want to get off all of them. I have also gained a lot of weight. You're losing your kidneys and adrenals, honey. As you get older, you're losing your kidney and adrenals, and that's popping up on your lymph system. I also, since being on these medications, see, these medications scare the crap out of me. What are you on? I was 69 kilograms in January of this year, unable to endure long walks. What do you recommend? Thanks for your response. Take it on, honey. You take on our field now. You know what their field is about? Take our field on. The natural health field is an organic field. That's what our industry is. Our industry is an organic, natural health field industry. So start thinking about that. Start taking on your fruit and your vegetables. If you really want to stay kind of balanced in this, and you're overweight and you're fighting this, you don't want to get too crazy there, go all raw. That's real easy. Dr. Oz did that, took people to the zoo. Remember that? Go all raw. Go your fruit in the morning, big bowl of fruit in the morning, a big salad at lunch, and a big bowl of fruit at night. Go all raw when you're in trouble. When you're a little in trouble, you can add some steamed vegetables maybe with your salad. But give yourself a chance for breakfast and night to be fruit, right? And just get your body open, let your body get itself straightened around in a homeostasis, and it will. You go off fruit, I agree, you can get radical, but the body's going to make itself well. It's going to, whatever it needs to do, what you see is what your body's doing to make itself well when you start giving it the right foods. Whatever you see, the body's got to fix itself. And a lot of times we're unaware of the deeper problems and things like that. Medical doctors, they don't have a clue what causes anything anyway. Just give you stuck on pharmaceuticals. Well, you know as a nurse, that's a no-brainer. You can only go one place down that way, down the rabbit hole. So let's see if we can't get you straightened around and get you cleaned up. But try some herbs. Have some fun with these botanicals. Botanicals are fun. They are the blessing of the planet. They are the magic. And I just love botanicals and learning about them and respecting them and know what to use. I've taught 53 years putting together formulas and also teaching herbology. And there are some things in herbology that are not correct. And some herbalists are just book read. All they repeat is what they've learned in the Ingrams or books and things like that. And it's like, really? Yeah. You try to be in practice for 50-some years working with people one-on-one on their health and pulling them out of it. Then you know what herbs to use and what herbs are good, even though man might not like them. You know, there's so much misinformation in botanical work, it's not even funny. Misinformation everywhere. And new herbalists just keep echoing it, Okay. I would, if you can afford to, get on a detox kit. You know, find yourself some herbs for the kidneys. Like I say, ours will be in here in a couple of weeks. We are working real hard on it. Excuse me here. Yeah. That was Bigfoot out in. Yeah, we got a Bigfoot. Did anybody catch Blind Frog Ranch last night? Ooh, it's getting good. Oh my God! I wonder what this creature is they saw. And they saw the bent over. They found bent over places, suggesting some Bigfoot. That's not what they're into. They're into the Aztec gold and stuff like that. Man. There's some cool places. I'll tell you, I don't know. I like being a little adventurer and stuff like that. You know, that ranch is hooked to the Skinwalker Ranch. Cool stuff, man. We poor earthlings. God. Oh.